You know, Aqua's song isn't the only Barbie-related song. You wanna know how many songs contain the word Barbie? Leave a comment and tell me what your guess is. Ready? I'll give you 5 seconds. Drum roll, please! 9,540 songs. I'm sure that every single one of them is not about Barbie the doll, but that's a lot of Barbie per square inch. That's a dumb joke, but I'm gonna leave it in. Oh gosh. So I know the Barbie movie just came out like a month ago. I know, I'm late to the party. And because Barbie has been talked about more recently, I have a question for you. Did you or a sibling grow up with Barbies? I consider myself a mixed media kid. I played with hand-me-down Barbies from my mom. See these clothes? These were handmade by her mom. And then, like, this little recliner, you see how cute this little thing is? This was handmade by her dad. And it's really neat, but I also played with a lot of Hot Wheels because my dad has his own cart collection and I wanted to start my own because I thought it was just so cool. But I have another question. If you or someone else played with Barbies as a kid, did you end up getting body image issues? There are a few studies out there that shows that playing with Barbies did create a thinner body preference. But as someone who does not have a psychology degree but has seen what other people have actually said on this topic, I believe it's a lot more than that. Barbies are a tool. They're no different from stuffed animals, action figures, or toy cars. Children and maybe some adults use this as a form of acting out their most wildest fantasies in their imagination, or use it as a form of processing their emotions. You see this Barbie and with her green hair? I'm pretty sure I dyed it with some markers. Fun times. She got crazy hair though. Children don't play with Barbies because she has unrealistic proportions that others deem beautiful, but rather it's just a personal preference because she's human-like and you can customize her with hairstyles and outfits. Now, there will definitely be people who played with Barbies and still, as a kid, compared themselves to the doll, and if that's you, you are completely valid. But I think the bigger issue is our societal beauty standards. Every single study out there is obviously conducted by an adult, and while few studies are done with children, a lot of these studies have polls that have adult input. Adults are saying that Barbie is ruining body image, but are we listening to what the children say? Research shows that thoughts of body image can happen as young as 3 years old. Sit. Oh, I feel like I heard a crack. You okay? I believe that we as adults are teaching our children to be insecure of our bodies. Kids copy the behavior they see, and if they see the adults being insecure about their own bodies, they're bound to do the same. While children may not know that they have body image issues until they are older, I think too many people are putting the blame on Barbie when we should be at least taking some of the blame. What if you played with Barbies as a kid and then you grew up, and as you got older, you think about those core memories? And as you delve into those memories, you think to yourself, wow, I'm an adult now and I don't look like that. So let me ask you this, is this because of Barbie? Or is it because the environment you grew up in kept making comments about your appearance and those comments stayed with you to adulthood? That was a mouthful. And again, if you did develop issues because of Barbie, you are completely valid. But kids don't know right from wrong. We teach them that. Take a look at the study done by Harmony Healthcare IT. On one side of the graph, it says 53% of Gen Z women think Barbie represents the ideal body type. 69% think Barbie dolls can lead to body image issues. And 82% think Barbie dolls portray unrealistic body images to girls and women. But if you look at the top of the image, it says nearly 1 in 2 women compare the way they look to a Barbie doll. Women, not children. I've been reading many posts through various websites of older people talking about their experience with Barbie and how they did not get body
image issues
from it. Take this post for example. I began playing Barbies in the early 60s. My sister and I, though very young, loved the fashions of Barbie and her friends. We were most excited about the dresses and chose carefully of our birthday and Christmas lists. I was still at it through the release of Francie, again appreciating the new style of Barbie's modern cousin. The 60s were all about fashion and music to us, even at our ages. I raised my girls on them, and now my granddaughter too. One of our favorite activities is now pulling out the old Barbies and playing with those wonderful 60s styles. I never paid 1 ounce of attention to Barbie's size. Barbie is timeless. And there are many more people giving out similar statements. Whoa, what was that? I will be right back. Oh my gosh. Hi, I'm Barbie Janelle, and I want to mention a doll that came out in 1965. It was Slumber Party Barbie. Do you know what Slumber Party Barbie does at slumber parties? Do you think it's painting nails and gossiping? Silly you, no. Slumber Party Barbie likes to weigh herself and read a poor advice dining book to pass the time. Isn't that what you do too? What? You mean you don't weigh yourself with your friends just for funsies to pass the time? Sounds like you need new friends. Barbie, Janelle, you'll get right back on the dusty shelf where you belong. Uh-oh, looks like I've gotta go. Hey, have you seen a Barbie around here? You're not lying to me, are you? Well, anyways. In 1997, Mattel significantly changed the proportions to the Barbie due to backlash and criticism. And in 2016, introduced new body types which included curvy, petite, and tall. And since then now has 8 body types, 35 different skin tones, and 94 different hairstyles. Along with disabilities like vitiligo, hearing loss, and even Down syndrome. There's even dolls that use wheelchairs and have prosthetic legs, which personally hits home for me. This is fantastic for children that want to get a doll that represents them, or have a more diverse cast of characters in their own story. I do think that more realistic body types will help with body image issues in the long run, but again, Barbie is not the main problem. One of the issues is generational trauma and how that has caught up with us today. People grew up with tons of fad diets and unhealthy practices that were heavily promoted. And while I do not feel qualified to talk about that, it is worth mentioning. And I believe that the other big factor is social media. Social media is heavily curated. Let's take Instagram for example. It's infamous for influencers who want to post the best version of themselves. And that includes the right angle, lighting, clothing, and pose. And some influencers take it to the next level by photoshopping what they want to look like in real life. There are tons of videos online showing Instagram versus reality and pointing out what is photoshopped. This goes to show how insecure influencers make other people insecure of themselves. It's just a toxic cycle. Unfortunately, more people are talking about this, and if they see Photoshop in a picture, they might point it out. But I feel like social media has made body image issues more accessible. Before people were posting pictures, the only way you saw people that you could compare yourself to were real life people, pictures in newspapers, books, and magazines, and television, and that's pretty much it. Now all you have to do is get out your phone and look at your feed, and you have someone you can compare yourself to. Not only do you now basically have an unlimited supply of images of people you think look better than you, and this is gonna sound creepy, you can take your time looking at these pictures and you can identify every single little detail that makes them the perfect body in your head and why you're too different and not worthy. It's going to take decades and multiple generations to even fix our body image issues, probably longer. Everything is always changing, and beauty standards is definitely one of them. And people are also wondering about action figures. Most of them have like 6-packs and are beautiful to the current beauty standard. Because superheroes are more idolized for their actions, while Barbies and other dolls are more fashion and appearance based, I thought it wouldn't cause any issues. But doing some further research, I found some really intriguing things. On telegraph.co.uk, I saw some images that were really surprising to me. One was how the Luke Skywalker action figure looked when the movie trilogy first released. And he's a very normal looking dude. But fast forward and now he looks like this. That is a very big difference. Same with Wolverine, both the actor and the action figure. Comparing then versus now, it's almost two different people. The difference between Barbie and these action figures is that the action figures started out as normal, but then over time developed into these ultra muscular beings. Barbie has been pretty much the same this whole time, only introducing a change to her proportions 25 years ago, and then releasing curvy, petite, and tall Barbie 10 years ago. It seems like Barbies are getting more realistic, while action figures are getting more unrealistic. The worsening of men's mental health is on the rise, and it's something that needs to be talked about more. And again, with generational trauma, from my experience of what I've seen them forcing themselves to be more manly and not to show emotion because that's weak, apparently. I definitely don't think that action figures are the root cause of body image issues in this case, but it definitely doesn't help at all. So if you are a guy and you want to share some insights, I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe as it really helps me out. And do you ever get the feeling you're being watched?